Hey everybody, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. This is a special edition of My Green Pets. I am finally doing something I have not done in a long time. Let me show you what it is. So I have finally ordered a automatic watering system for my orchid collection. I got it from Mist King, and I am going to install this today. So there's going to be several steps. I've got to take everything out. I'm redoing my shelves, and I've got to figure out a bunch of stuff. So um, I will show you as we go on. Here we go. All right, I got all the plants out of the tent onto my kitchen table here. And that's great. It gives me a chance to look at everything. So now the tent is empty, and I want to get all the shelving, everything out. I'm going to get that nasty floor out and replace the floor. And then I'm going to see about hooking up the watering system. Alright guys, welcome to the new and improved tent. I have, you can see, set up the automatic watering system. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. It's not pretty. There's a lot of duct tape and zip ties, but it's functional. So I'm gonna set the timer so it'll come on in just a few minutes here, so I can show you how it works. Basically, the idea is that in the morning the fan is on a timer, so the fan will shut off, and then after the fan shuts off, the spray comes on. It sprays for about a minute and a half, and then it turns off, and then the fan comes back on, and that's it. And the reason I want the fan off is because if the fan's on when the spraying, it's going to get the spray everywhere, all of the lights and everything. Right now it's set up so that the spray will go down, not get on the lights, not get up in the fan, not get up in the electrical stuff. It'll all stay down here, okay? So let's give it a shot. Let's have a look and see how it works. Alright, so I've got all the timing and everything set down here, so you can see on the right it says 10:40. That's when the spray is going to come on. Currently it's 10:36, and I've got all my electrical stuff just under a Tupperware container here to keep the spray off of it. I don't know if this is the best idea. Seems reasonable to keep the water off of it. There is still the pump is actually still exposed. There are drips of water that come down when it sprays. It's not like a gush of water or anything, but it will get wet down here. So if you don't think this looks good, or you think that this is going to result in me burning down my apartment, please let me know if you think that. All right, so we got a couple minutes until spray kicks on. All right, now just for you guys, I'm actually going to leave the door open, which means spray is going to get all over the floor and this area, but it's okay. I'm kind of curious myself just to see the whole thing working. And it's, it's super dry in my apartment. You can see on the hygrometer there, it's 35% humidity, so I'll be able to hopefully wipe anything up pretty easily. So we got about 25 seconds left until it's supposed to kick on. Fingers crossed that it's gonna work. Pretty exciting. Everything's really dry right now, and then after it sprays, we're gonna look and see if there's any spots that didn't get water. All right. Oh, here it goes. Kicking on. Yep, kicking on. Okay, here we go. All right, look at that. Are we spraying out of all of our sprayers? Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like we got spray. Now, I would think that once the tent door is closed, the air currents coming through here won't affect the spray as much, because it looks like it is kind of shying away from the door, which is kind of interesting, but that is pretty cool. Yeah, right now it looks like these things here aren't really getting that much at all. But I can see the spray is kind of being blown that way. Maybe it's just the way the air is falling here. I can feel a little bit on my knees right now. Isn't that cool? So I've got it set for 1.5 minutes. And that's it. I wonder if that's enough. I wonder if I shouldn't have it go for longer. That wasn't a very long spray. So you can see, yeah, plants here on the edge, they did get some water on them. They did get a very light coating. Very, very light. They did get water on them. It wasn't much. And yeah, there seems to be water on everything, actually. That's great. What's really cool about this, and what's different about just watering normally, is that the spray gets everywhere. It gets on everything. Every little nook and cranny gets water on it. So it's great for raising humidity. It's not great for, you know, if I'm trying to keep water out of new growths, for example. That can be a little bit, maybe not what I want. So now that I see that 1.5 minutes gives me this much coverage, maybe I will increase the time. And I think I would want the water to come on and give them a good soak early in the morning, like right as the sun's coming up. And then that would give them the rest of the day to dry out. Okay, that's pretty exciting. All right, so I ran the misters again, this time with the flap, the tent flap closed, and I got a lot better coverage on these plants that are near the door. So I think just having the tent flap open created some kind of a air current that pulled all the mist into the tent, which is actually kind of cool in itself. But you can see even this guy here in the corner got good and wet. Hal got good and wet over there in that corner. So that's great. This is fantastic. This is, you know, I hope this is gonna help when, you know, I'm away, and I'll still, you know, ask someone to come check on everything, make sure there's nothing seriously wrong happening. But at least this would be a way to make sure the plants get some water every day. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting indeed. So yeah, I'm gonna be just experimenting with this for the next week or so, just with the cycles of the water, and trying to figure out, you know, how long to keep the spray on each time, what time of day is best, all that good stuff. Right now I'm thinking early morning spray is good, because that gives it all day to evaporate, and it also would kind of mediate the temperatures in here a little bit, and they wouldn't have a liquid sitting on their leaves at night, which, you know, if I had really great air circulation, it wouldn't be an issue. But I think it's probably a best practice to keep the leaves fairly dry once the sun goes down and temperatures drop in here. So yeah, that is it for this week. The misting system is installed, and that's exciting. Hope you learned something, thought it was interesting. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. See ya.